you ever just minding your own business in Palworld and this happens? Leading to the unholy cluster at your base? If only there was a true way to deal with them before they got to your base. There is. Look no further than this. What is this, some advanced level grenade launcher that you get like at level 50? No, this is actually a POW, and that POW is Tocotoco. This POW doesn't actually look all menacing. I mean, look at it. It looks clearly awkward and just out of place. What makes Tocotoco so useful, his POW ability. Using them as a makeshift egg grenade launcher that actually does a sizable amount of damage and has a large AoE blast radius. And don't be afraid to use this at point blank range, as you take no damage from your own egg launcher. But not exactly how do we get our hands on this not so bright looking POW. You could go all the way up north to the desert. I highly wouldn't recommend that, because those ones would probably be between the 30s and 40 levels. And the nearby wild POWs will absolutely obliterate you if you're not prepared for it. The other place you can go is over here in the northwest. You'll see them wandering around in groups of 3 or 4, with their levels ranging from 13 to 18. And as long as you have Mega Spears, which you pretty much should have, they're really easy to make. You just lower them down from range, and you'll have this devastating egg launcher. Just give it a little left tap on the head, and it shoots out the grenades, and it gives out this awkward looking face. Poor thing. Before heading over, make sure you have some heat and cold resistant armor. Simple tundra or tropical armor, perfectly fine, the simplest ones you can make. Because in the desert it is very hot during the day, and at night it does get very cold, so you don't want to die to the coldness before you can take home a Toko Toco. But before we can equip this POW as a weapon, we gotta craft its POW equipment, the Toko Toco's gloves. And to craft this, quite simple, all we need is 10 cloth, 10 leather, 15 fiber, 10 flame organs, and 15 Paldium fragments. Now the only tricky one might be the flame organs, but by then you probably should have quite a bit. Just capture a few rubies, or most notably fox bars that you can find down the hill in the starting area. And from here you're able to build Toko Toco's gloves to be able to wield him as a grenade launcher egg thingamabobber. Now you may wonder, where exactly are the gloves when you pick them up? Well, that's the good thing about Palworld. It actually doesn't put it into your main inventory. No, you have a secondary inventory that puts all your POW gear inside of it, that takes up no extra space and takes up no weight. And the beauty about Palworld is that you're able to use all of this on different POWs. So if I have 3 Toko Tocos in my party, I can actually use the first one, and once that's depleted, I can just swap over to the second one, and it just automatically uses the same gloves. I don't have to keep equipping it and de-equipping. Now, when exactly can you use Toko Toco? You can actually use it whenever. You can use it out in the world. The way I use it mostly just for base defense when there's a raid happening. I quickly run to my POW storage, equip my Toko Toco, and get ready for mayhem. See where they're going to be coming from, and then once they're coming from the main pathway, you just AoE them down. Like right here, look at this. They're coming around the corner, and I'm just blasting them, doing so much damage before they even get to my base. But why Toko Toco over other POWs? Toko Toco is very easy to capture, especially early game. Build a few Mega Spears and you can easily capture this one. They're not too devastating. Yeah, they do have a self-destruct that can be a little tricky to deal with, but if it is going to self-destruct on you, all you gotta do is just throw a POW Spear at it or hit it with a headshot and you'll reset it. But most people might be comparing this to the stronger POWs in the game, most notably this behemoth. The thing is, that's more of a mid to late game in my opinion. It is way higher level and it could knock you out if you aren't expecting it. It can do some good damage. But before I let you go, I just want to give you guys a quick helpful tips. Number 1 is be careful, because when you do shoot Toko Toco's ability, it does knock him up, down, left, right, sideways. It can knock him anywhere in the air, which can be good or bad in certain scenarios. Because like right here at my base, there's only 2 ways they can go up. They can either go down the main path, or they're dumb and they think they can go up the side path and get caught on a cliff. Now if I shoot them, they'll probably get knocked back or knocked up, but it's not wrong. On my first base that I made in this game, you can see here that they're all stacking up. I do shoot one, and then it knocks it into the air, making it able to go into my base. Had I not knocked it into the air, it would have never been able to go to my base. So be wary of that. So if you do shoot one behind you, it could launch it into your base, and you could have a dicey situation like I had here in my world, where I launched a flamethrower syndicate into my base, and it actually did quite a bit of damage to my base. That's the thing you do have to worry about. Other than that, once you know those problems, it's very easy to defend your base. See, look at, he's even doubling as a medic, carrying knocked out pals back so they can be revived. What a Chad. Tip number 2, the ammo. So the ammo for Toko Toco is a little bit awkward. It doesn't actually use any ammo. It just regenerates. So when you hold down the PAL button ability, it's going to equip it as a grenade launcher, as you can see here. And you have up to 10 shots at level 1, which do scale with the level of Toko Toco. So the higher level it is, the higher damage you're going to be doing. Unlike the other behemoth, this one actually, as soon as you cast it, it's already going to go on cooldown. So if you have 10 shots, it's going to go on cooldown and you have to wait quite a bit for it to come back. However, there is a big thing, like if you cancel this ability early, it actually does start the cooldown from 0. So if I only shoot 1 or even 5, it completely makes me have to wait again for it to fully recharge. Like if I shoot half of the eggs and I cancel the ability, it actually goes down to 0 and it charges up. It doesn't go down to half and then charge up from half. No, it goes all the way back down to 0. And the thing to look out for is if you do use the ability and don't even fire a single shot, it still goes on cooldown, which is a bit unfortunate. I don't know if this is an oversight or if this is intended. I hope it's more of an oversight and they fix this, because that'd be kind of nice to be able to just use it whenever as time comes on. Oh, I can use it for these syndicates instead of just using it and like, oh, now I have 5 or 2 shots, well, I gotta go blow up something. Just a little thing to look out for. So if you do accidentally click it, might as well just use it. And my final tip, getting a Toko Toco. The most easiest way would probably be to hatch one, or if you do go to the raider outpost, there is a chance that the captive PAL will be a Toko Toco. You just get rid of all the raiders and then open up the middle. You actually don't even have to get rid of all the raiders. You can just open up the middle. Whenever you do go to its natural habitat, it will be in the desert. So that means during the day, it will be very hot, and during the night, it will be very cold. Kind of caught me off guard that that's how it works in real life. I completely forgot about that. So yes, so just craft yourself the most simplest of armors. Tundra for the cold or tropical for the heat. It's simple as that. I did it with the level 1 gear, as you can see right here. I did it here and I was able to go there no problem. Now trying to weaken a Toko Toco without getting hurt, to get on top of a rock, that way it doesn't use the self-destruct on you, and just range it down with crossbows, bows, and arrows, and that's probably your best bet. But if you aren't able to get to a rock, what you can do is just get rid of all of them except one, and then save that one as your capture. And you are able to stun them out of their explosives. Like if they're in the middle of an explosive and you get them with a headshot, actually do stun them out of the explosion. And the PAL spears you should be bringing, at minimum you should have mega spears. If better, you could have giga spears. Those would probably be the best, but mega spears do work out. I wouldn't recommend going the regular PAL, because if you have a lower catch rate when you throw a spear, there's a chance that it actually just deflects the PAL spear completely negating the stun and reset of the PAL. I just wanted to give a shout out to Toko Toco. A very funny and unique PAL, and that's what I like about Toko Toco. It kind of just shows you the goofiness that Palworld brings into the game. It's not trying to take itself too serious. If this video did help you out or think twice about Toko Toco, if you guys can hit the like, subscribe button, it really goes a long way. Greatly do appreciate it. If there's any other videos or tips you guys want to hear about, leave them down in the comments, as we will definitely be going over more PALs, more weapons, more just everything about Palworld, because this game is truly fun and it has me hooked. So if you guys do want anything in specific, please let me know in the comments. I was your host, Adan, and I'll see you in the next video. Toodaloo!